introduce contestant number 4, Ms. Kamching Gabrielle KEUNG. Please come onto the stage.
The title of her speech is, "Yay, we've got a lollipop. But wait a minute, ... You now have 3 minutes. You may begin after the bell rings."
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Since a little girl, easily delighted with a lollipop, now a teenager, jumped for joy for a hybrid car. And now what? Either Christmas came early or Chinese New Year was late this year. Everyone in Hong Kong is delighted at getting $6,000 with no extra work. But wait a minute, what is the government trying to do? I mean, let me ask, do Hong Kong millionaires need an extra $6,000? The jobless, welfare recipients and low-paid workers could do a lot more. Surely, the government should be thinking about financial redistribution, shouldn't it? When is the financial secretary's job to be a Santa Claus? Certainly, Mr. Zhang's sweetener is handing out of lychee packets will not deal with the crux of the problem. Is the money meant to suddenly relieve the pain of inflation? So, does the government really think that handing out lollipops is enough? How can we make the best of this sad situation? Frankly, I did thought of buying a hybrid car once I got a license. But that would be too selfish, wouldn't it? Next, I considered a donation to my school redevelopment project. But finally, I've decided to donate it to public hospitals. Now, why am I doing so? Unfortunately, for the past 3 days, my mom has been sick. Although it's not a major illness, that she's only been admitted to hospital for 2 nights, it made me realize how important reliable health care is. I've heard a lot lately about doctors complaining about their workload and hours. What I wanted them to do is to treat my mom. I believe I'm not alone in thinking that a lot of lives and souls are on the line. Not only are parents in agony because of their illness, but actually children are too. I felt this sudden emptiness at home for the past 3 days. The person to talk to, the one who's always been there when I got home, had been absent. All of a sudden, I'm filled with that loneliness children feel because of their parents' sickness. I did wanted my mom home. And my $6,000 may be a small gesture, but I believe it will go a long way to show my appreciation for those medical staff at our public hospitals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Keung. Mr. Seaton will now ask you a question.
Ms. Keung, thank you very much. There was, as you say, a big outcry in response to the original proposals from the Financial Secretary for the budget. Some people have commented that there's too much of this sort of demonstrations and protests and outcry in Hong Kong, that Hong Kong is becoming a much more critical society. Do you agree with that? And if you do, is it a problem?
Well, I don't necessarily think that it is a problem that there is an outcry, because we're a democratic society, and it's certainly not a problem, because we should, as civilians, should have the right to express our opinions. So it is not really a problem, but it is a matter of fact how to express it. Protest and demonstration is what civilians can do, but I see those from long hairs. They would have foul language or even fight or throw things. That's not what a decent person should do, and that's a matter of fact how they express it. They should not cry it out with those dirty language, because it affects the image of our city, of our Hong Kong, because when those media capture it to newspapers. Thank you. Thank you for your question.
Ms. Sanstooth?
As you know, Hong Kong is currently transforming its academic structure from a British-based system to one more akin to that used on the mainland.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the new academic structure is beneficial for Hong Kong students? And if you had been in charge of the reforms, how would you have structured it?
Well, I think whether it's beneficial, we'll have to see. But then I think going to the mainland direction is not necessarily bad, because as we can see, Shanghai has been ranking really high in the academic place, and I trust in mainlanders' academic structure reform, and I think that the current reform will not hinder us to develop even abroad. So it is a really comprehensive planning, and no matter it is from the mainland or from the British society, I think each party will think the best for our students, and I have trust in them. So I think, yeah, it will not hinder our development. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Keung. You may now take a seat.